let's start it off. Let's get fucking going, okay? All after me. Marco! 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 I am not on cocaine.
Oh.
It may seem like it, but I'm not. This is all just Zoloft. Become a King Czar, dude. I'm on so many SSRIs, you would not believe it. Even my psychiatrist doesn't believe it. She overprescribed me. She did. I go to her monthly, and I'm like, can you give me another one? She's like, no. Arman, you're on too many. You're on 4 antidepressants. If we give you any more, we're gonna have to give you ketamine. I was like, what the hell is ketamine? She's like, horse tranquilizer. I was like, oh my god. Are you saying I can make it in the Kentucky Derby? Call me Seabiscuit, dude, put me in! She's like, no, Arman, no, we're gonna send you out to the glue factory. Calm down. I was like, sure, I will. What's my New Year's resolution? Thanks for asking. I'm trying to make more black friends.
Oh, you know, so good.
I am. That's been my New Year's resolution this year and the past 7 years. Listen. The reason, okay, let's just get into it, right? All my friends are white, but I wanted more black friends. Okay? It got so intense that in college I joined the Black Student Union. They let me in because I was born in February. No, but what I'm saying is they didn't do that. They let me in because I'm really good at spades. That's not even true either. You got duped. No, they let me in. They invited me to come in. They recruited me, right? I was in a Muslim faith club. What was I doing in the club? I'll tell you. I had seen my first Mia Khalifa video. And listen, man, when you're, okay, I'm just saying at that age, when I saw that, I was like, there's gonna be Fatima here that's gonna throw it back on me. But there wasn't, because it turns out Muslim women are not into casual sex. Astaghfirullah, who would have thought? Black Student Union, you know, let's get back to that. When I joined, I decided to become the chaplain. If you don't know, the chaplain of any organization, they go up there and they do religious prayers, right, for the group in between their meetings. So I would go up there and they're like, Arman, can you do 10 minutes of like Muslim verses? I was like, sure, fuck. I don't know anything from the Quran. So I had to think on the fly, right? I was like, okay, Arman, think about it. Black people, Islam, you got one guy, Malcolm X. Every single week I went up there with Malcolm X quotes. I would go up there like, by any means necessary, and then I'd come off stage and they'd be like, all right, good job, Arman, but calm it down, Caramel. You acting like Muhammad Luther King Jr. right now. I was like, yeah. I learned a lot of cool things in the Black Student Union though. I was like the only non-black student there. It was so much fun. I learned how to dap up people. Because traditionally, nobody teaches you how to do this, right? Like, it's very natural to do like a high five, because that's a vertical, or to do like a horizontal, right? That's a very natural movement. But when you're doing a dap up with somebody, there's this gray area, there's this black area, where you don't know where they're gonna pull you in from, and like, God forbid it's an old head too, because they'll dap you up, and then you gotta do that like, snap afterwards. It's integral to the culture. Back to Islam, why not? I've had this idea recently, and I'll pitch it to you guys. I've been working on it for a little bit. Islam, it gets a bad rap. Let's be honest with you guys. Okay? Catholics, they had a new pope in. Jewish people, I'm not going to comment on that. But Islam, we've had a few bad years. Okay? Our last win was like 20-something years ago. I want to get you guys on board, okay? Here's how we win y'all back, okay? Let's do a sports league of just Muslim people, okay? The Islam Dunk League. Basketball for Muslims. Okay? Here's the rules, right? Sharia law, okay? NBA style. Same rules, right? Only difference is foul, you cut off the hand. We don't play that shit. Stop for a lot. No, we don't do that shit there. Okay, everybody says, Arman, there's too much conflict in the Middle East. I know, my parents are divorced. But let me tell you this. Stay with me. Sunnis on one side, Shia on the other. The winner is right. No more fighting, guys. That's how we're gonna settle it. That's the East and West divisions, okay? Think about this. The Islam Dunk League. I want to play with you guys on this one, okay? Okay? Who can name me the high-scoring NBA player? Exactly, one of ours, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was only surpassed recently by who? Lebanon James. From Akron, Ohio. The Islam Dunk League. You guys aren't getting it yet. Okay, let me just go there, right? Osama was 6'5". He could have taken flight on a different court. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong. No, dude, okay. What's really boring about basketball? The announcers. They don't get into it. They're all white, pasty dudes on like TNT. They're not into it, right? I'm saying we do this in the IDL, the Islam Dunk League, right? We bring in a 5'2" Syrian man. His name is Hamza. He's a taxi driver. He's got a hookah. He's got a plate of falafel. He's got a Bluetooth. He's talking to his cousin too. Mid-game and he's announcing what's going on in the court. It's like Abdul Majid. He goes in the paint, he passes to Omar Farid. He shoots, he scores. Analouei. Like, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Arman, why basketball? Let me tell you why. A few years ago, the NFL, they hired the first Muslim manager ever. His name was Robert Salah. They fired him in that same season. He was on the Jets. You want to know why? They do not want another Muslim man overseeing Jets in New York. Y'all like that one, huh? Okay, shit. Okay, last idea for this, right? How are we going to get the advertisements done? I'll tell you. We're going to bring in a sheikh, right? An Islamic scholar. He's going to come in from the rafters. Purple sequence. He's going to look like Prince. Right? He'll come down and he'll do an actual prayer with ad reads. He'll be like, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, www.bluetooth.com/Muhammad. Like, it would be a fun fucking idea. I don't know. People don't like it sometimes. They're like, it's too extremist. I'm an extremist. Forget I said that. I got one last joke for you guys. This one's a date story. Awesome. So, I was on a date recently, and I want to know if you guys think I was in the wrong or she was in the wrong for this one, right? I went on a date recently, and it was going pretty well, honest to God. It was a pretty good time. It was going fine. But then she was like, Arman, with like pretty eyes. She's like, Arman, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? And like really fast, I said, China! And she was like, oh, okay, calm down. Why China? And I was like, oh, obviously I want to see Beijing, I want to see the temples, I want to see the Great Wall. She's like, oh, that's so cool. What wall? And I was like, what are you talking about right now? She's like, what wall in China? I was like, the Great Wall of China. You've heard of it, right? She's like, no. I was like, what? What do you mean you haven't heard of the Great Wall of China? She's like, can you explain to me? I was like, explain how? How do you explain something? I was like, I know what's happening here. I told you at the beginning of the day I'm a comedian, and now you're fucking with me, right? She's like, no, just where is it? I was like, China! What do you mean, where is it? It's huge. You can see it from outer space, the Great Wall of China. From like Mulan, or real life. Everybody knows about the Great Wall. Everybody knows about. Do you guys know about the Great Wall of China? Sorry, I looked at the Asians, God. No, we're in Chinatown right now. I was like, what's happening right now? I was sitting next to a woman that had like room temperature IQ, and I was getting apoplectic. Not like she would know what that word means either. What the Great Wall? How the fuck do you not know about that? I try to calm myself down too. She's like, Arman, please, you're scaring me. Can we talk about anything else? I was like, yeah, no. I'm gonna stay on this for a little bit. Girl, we are at a PF Chang's. Look at the menu. It's easy. Like, how do you not know about the Great Wall of China? And then I tried really hard to divert the subject too. I was like, okay, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? She was like, France. I was like, oh, what's cool in France? She's like, oh, I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. I was like, the Eiffel what? Because that's how you sound right now. She was like, I think I'm just gonna go. I was like, oh yeah, you should go. You should retreat. Just like the Mongols did. Because of the Great Wall of China! She wasn't getting it. She wasn't getting it. And she was like, Arman, I've had a really good time, but I think I'm just gonna go. I don't date comedians. And this is why I don't date comedians. You guys are funny, but you're mean. You're not nice, you're not empathetic. Now she was leaving out the door. I was like, hey! You think I'm funny? Guys, if you think I'm funny, the rest of the comedians tonight are gonna blow your dick off. Okay. Our first comedian of the evening. I went to their open mic. It was October 2024. It was the first time I had gone to an open mic in DC ever. I went there. It was on U Street. It was called Brew on U. It was a coffee house, right? They were doing an open mic there, and I was shaking. I had no jokes ready. I was reading off my notebook. They came up to me, we did a comic call, and afterwards, when I was like, this is my first time, they said, you're doing amazing. I said, thank you so much. And a year and some change later, I said, hey, do you want to get on my show? They were like, yeah. Very funny comedian. Start clapping now. Start clapping right now.